Hey guys, Luke here back with another review, my first review of the year, and you may be thinking, Luke, why are you reviewing an album that came out in 1975? We are in 2023. Look, the year just started, it's still the first week of January. I don't really think anything's gonna drop for the next week or two, and I wanted to get a review out there, practice my reviewing skills. So I just thought, why not review an album that I already like, an album that I want to talk about, and today I chose Queen's A Night at the Opera. I'm not really here to give a history on the band Queen, more just to review the album in a retrospective sense, but Queen is a 70s rock band consisting of John Deacon on bass, Roger Taylor on percussion, Brian May on guitar, and then one of, if not the most iconic frontmen ever, Freddie Mercury on vocals. So yeah, massively iconic band, tons of hits, but I do feel like a lot of their albums don't get as much attention as the singles do. And yeah, they weren't really making like the best art rock projects or best hard rock projects of the 70s, but I do think that their albums do deserve recognition, especially this one. A Night at the Opera is their fourth studio album, and it's probably their most popular one. I think this has their most popular songs on it, and it's the most talked about one. Just getting right into it, the album opens up with the song Death on Two Legs, Dedicated To, which is pretty much like a diss track on Queen's former manager. It was written by Freddie Mercury, and yeah, it's kind of just a straight up banger. Freddie Mercury genuinely sounds angry on the song, and the squealing guitars shredding in the background add so much to it. It's intense and it just goes hard. It's a certified this goes hard moment. After that song though, we have the short and sweet piano-led bop with Lazing on a Sunday Afternoon. I like the bouncy piano that plays throughout the track, and the guitar line to finish it off is also killer. Then we have the song I'm in Love with My Car, which was written by Roger Taylor. And this song is kind of just like a bit too goofy for me. It really doesn't stand out as being like amazing like most of the other tracks on this album. It's just okay, I guess. Next we have the song You're My Best Friend, which is another one of the more popular songs on the album. And yeah, it's just a nice, cute, sweet little bop. The song 39 is one that I didn't really care for that much. Instrumentally and vocally, it may seem a bit standard, but looking into the lyrics, it becomes one of the more interesting tracks, I guess. It's a song about space and time travel, which is something that you really kind of wouldn't expect on an album like this, but it was written by Brian May, and it just kind of shows how fun and clever Brian May's songwriting is. Sweet Lady is more of your typical classic rock, hard rock sounding song sung by Freddie Mercury, and it's alright. It's a song where Freddie Mercury is playing the part of a couple in an argument. It's decent. Seaside Rendezvous is another fun one, which halfway through the track, Freddie Mercury and Roger Taylor just make woodwind sounds completely with their mouths. Yeah, it sounds a little bit silly, but it's a fun track. I'm not complaining about it. The Prophet song is this epic with somewhat biblical undertones about a prophet warning others about an imminent danger. Progressively, the song gets heavier as it goes on, and I love the pre-chorus especially. My biggest complaint here, though, is that the a cappella section in the middle really is just not for me. I'm not a fan of a cappella at all, really, and this just goes on for way too long. The next song, Love of My Life, is a piano ballad sung by Freddie Mercury where he's asking one of his lovers to not leave him and how he wants her to stay now she's the love of his life. Another one that I'm not too big a fan of, though, is Good Company. I'm really just not a fan of Ukulele, and I'm not a fan of it on this track either. I'm also not crazy about the vocals either, so yeah, not much for me on this track. But then after that, we have one of the best songs of all time, and yeah, that's Bohemian Rhapsody. Do I even really need to talk about the song at this point? From the instrumentation, the vocals, and that song structure, this song is just incredible every second of the way. Not only that, but I feel like this track really just encapsulates everything amazing about Queen. I feel like you're getting almost every single aspect of everything that they can do amazingly on this song, and I love it. It's amazing. The closer is God Save the Queen, which is just the British national anthem. And look, I'm not British, so I really have no connection to the song whatsoever. It's kind of just whatever for me, a bit of a weak closer in my opinion. I wish we could have gotten to something a bit stronger. But yeah, that is A Night at the Opera by Queen, and if you listen to this album, it really does sound like a night at the opera. There are many moving parts, many amazing songs. All throughout, the vocal performances from Freddie Mercury are great. Freddie Mercury really doesn't have a bad vocal performance on this thing, and everyone else does pretty good too. The instrumentation is also amazing. This album is an undisputed classic, and if you haven't listened to this thing in full, I highly recommend that you do. I also do think that this is their best album too. Like I said about Bohemian Rhapsody, this whole album kind of just encapsulates everything good about the band. So yeah, I think I'll wrap it up there. Thank you for watching this video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Drop a dislike if you didn't like it, I guess. Tell me why in the comments. And yeah, I will see you next time, hopefully.